Hello everybody, I'm Tone300 and welcome back to GTNH. And I'll start off by saying sorry it's been a few weeks since we've done a video, but I have been quite busy in real life and in actual game life as well, because it's taken me a lot longer these days to do anything on GTNH, and that is because we've advanced quite a long way and we're trying to integrate the new base into all our sort of progress as well. So I'm trying to move things over and prepare for our new base as well. So what I want to do today is actually make our first stainless steel, and we have got this quest here, stainless steel EBF processing. Now we've already made the dust, so we've literally just got to throw it in our EBF. Now I was going to try and set up a new one in the new base, but I need more power in the base for that, and I'm going to use the old base for this until we get the new one properly up and running. I have built a new EBF ready to put in because I can see there is another quest coming up next that requires us to make another EBF, so I've done that ready. And then there is another quest here, MV superconductors. Now what this is going to give us is lossless MV wires. So they're very similar to cables, they won't electrocute me or cause me any damage or anything, but they are lossless. And these are what I would like. However, they are rather expensive and it's quite a long process. So we're going to do this on another quest. And the one that's really going to be the issue is the helium. I have made a little setup, which I'll show you later in the video on how I'm going to get some of the helium. But for now, let's go and put this stainless steel dust into our EBF and we can get it cooking. And then I'm going to show you around my other progress, because I've been busy. I've been doing sort of quite a lot of quests, a bit more on IC2, which we're going to go have a look at in a minute. And yeah, some general improvements on the new base, a bit more improvement on our power setup. Right, so here is our lovely EBF. And I think let's just check the recipe on this. I think we'll just throw it in. Oxygen, program 11, that's pretty standard. And hopefully, yep, there we go, comes to life. So while that's processing on our stainless steel, we're going to go and have a look around and see what I've been doing. So in fact, let's start with showing you what quests I've been doing. So I have made a lot of the MV stuff we need, a lot of the machines and things. And there's our other second EBF. We've got our canfield coils, all the hatches and input buses, and blah 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 blah, everything like that we need. We've got some advanced machines, MV machines, but of course we need MV power, which is where those superconductors are going to come in. And I did hand some of these quests in, but we've got quite a few still to hand in, so let's claim our rewards. That's the acid generator, which we may use if we start making too much mercury. We've got item translocators, fluid translocators. I think these only work over one block, so I don't know where I'm going to use these yet, but I'll probably find somewhere. Advanced chemical reactor, advanced fluid solidifier, and what are we going to get here? We're going to take a loot bag. We've got our super chest. We've already done the super tank in a previous episode. And I think that's everything I can see on here. So that's given us quite a few loot bags, and we have actually got quite a few more, which are, no, not on that one, another backpack, here they are. Let's put them all together. And then we'll open those. Should we open those now? Could do, couldn't we? Haven't got much storage space at the minute. Let's get rid of these coins. Diamond nuggets. Where am I going to put those? In here for now. We've got to have a big sort out at some point, so. Just pop those in there. That's freed up a bit of space. In fact, we can put a few other things away now that we don't really need out. Okay, let's start with the IC2 ones, shall we? Let's get those out of the way. How is glass IC2 related? I do not know, but anyway. Mushroom stew. Of course, we don't have a great deal of use for food anymore unless we have meats in it. Right, we've got quite a lot of loot bags here. I think we need to go upstairs and start storing some of this. And it is night time, let's jump into bed. Okay, what are we going to store well? For foodstuffs, we can just put it in our kitchen, pop it in the fridge. So some of this can go. Where did that just come from? Tunneler. Now that looks nice. Mining 11.7. Yeah, it's not quite as good as what we've got, but it is decent. Looks nice, that does. Okay, let's put the bone meal in here. Seeds can go in here for now. And in fact, I'm just going to be a bit naughty and put these in here as well. We'll sort these out later. Okay, there's obviously a machine running downstairs around there, so we'll move away from there. Iron vanishing frame and a brewing stand. Lovely. Okie dokie, that's going to have to go away as well. See, we soon run out of places to store all of this. Oh, an empty chest. This is our chest that we've got to sort out. Okay, let's try these nice shiny ones. Not very good at all. Okay. Right. Now we've got rid of all our loot bags. Let's go and have a look around. So I mentioned about IC2, and one of the things I've done is added some more bonsais to try and increase our sort of wood production. Now we're going to hit the pollution in here. This is the only downside of coming anywhere near this place at the moment. So around the back, let's go the long way around. We've got our salty roots, which are doing quite well. We've got the stats quite good on them now at 20, 24, 3, 21, 26, 0, 17, 21, 2. I mean, they're not perfect yet, but they are getting there. And I need to add a few more really, but to be honest, this suffices for our needs. Yeah, a bit of pollution there. A lot of pollution here. So here's our oak bonsais. They're all sort of varying quality. Some aren't so good and some are a lot better. That's something new we have done. Pollution is something I really do need to address around here because you come over here and it gets really bad. I'm not going to stay here long, but look, that's really quite high. So at some point I think we're going to have to do the pollution air filters and pollution scrubbers. The whole area is pretty polluted, which isn't good when we've got crops growing. There are some areas that are clear, but not around here. That's on my to-do list anyway, sort the pollution out in that area. Obviously we've got the pyrolyzed oven in there. But look at our sort of huge production now. Look at our seed oil. I didn't actually show you, did I? Inside the biodiesel we've now stored up. We are full. So that's going to help us quite a bit. So our glycerol or glycerol, whatever it is. Yeah, this is where our salty roots come in. Salts that we turn into sodium dust. That comes over here. It's turned sodium hydroxide dust. And then we did a whole process of methanol and biodiesel. So that's all kind of halted at the moment. So what am I doing? So we need to start using this biodiesel soon. Or we could use super tanks and start storing it in those, I suppose. So that's one thing we've done. Then we have added some salty roots to one of our farms, farm 21, because that's the only one I could get it to grow in. I think we've got a rainforest here, although we've got to be careful because some of this is garden as well, and it doesn't like to grow in garden. So yeah, we've got to watch our humidity and stuff. Yeah, not too bad around here. So salty roots are going to be used for a few things. We can process those. They obviously produce salts, rock salt and saltpeter. All of those can be processed into different chemicals that we're going to need. In here we've had a bit of a revamp of our new oil processing area. Sort of tidied it up a bit, made it a bit prettier. It's looking quite nice. We've got staircases front and back. We've done a bit of work on the ceilings. Yeah, it's looking pretty good in here. I don't know what our production's like at the moment. Yeah, not too bad. We've also sort of done these sloped ceilings at the ground floor here. That's pretty good. Right, then we can go across into this area. This is going to be like my LV sort of crafting area. We've set up a crafting table, a chest to store our goodies in that's linked to it. We've got a couple of assembling machines here. These are all powered now and usable. Electric furnace and an alloy smelter. And sort of all the essential machines that we might need where we need to sort of handcraft anything. And they can also output into the drawers below or above, whichever one we're using. So this is going to be our kind of new little hub, but this is going to be sort of the LV part. Then I'm going to set up an area here for MV, and then probably another one here for HV, and so on and so on. And we can kind of utilise this part of the base for crafting all different things. So straight through here we have our new fluids kind of room. I got a bit carried away with this. This took me quite a while to build, but it's quite pretty, I think. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? So what we've done over here, this is our first little automation setup, and it's a fairly simple one. We've just got a basic compressor compressing empty cells into compressed air cells. They're then going into a fluid canner, being emptied for the air. It's just basically fresh air they're emptying. The fresh air then gets stored in a super tank. That super tank then empties into this basic distillery, and the distillery then converts air, which we've got for free, into helium, which is being stored in here. Now this is a slow process, and we only get 1 litre every 20 seconds. So I've kind of calculated it's going to take me, I think, 5.5 hours to get 1,000 litres of helium. So it's not going to be a big production of helium here, but it will help. It will top us up as we go along. And the helium we know we need for our superconductors. So I'm all preparing for the future. That's what I'm kind of trying to do at the moment. So that looks pretty cool, I think. I've just used these computer covers, like cover up some cables, and on the super tanks, because for some reason they don't like to face forwards, they only face up with the little screen on them. So I've made them look like they're facing this way with just some computer covers. I think it looks pretty good. So we're going to sort of do various automation processes in this room, and yeah, eventually we'll fill the whole place up with different processes like this, with different storage like super tanks or just normal tanks or whatever we want to use really. So this is now work in progress. So we've got another room kind of opened for business. And it's night time again. Let's just skip the night again. Yeah, so that's sort of what I've been up to. I mean, as you know, IC2 does take quite a long time trying to upstack crops and stuff, which is something I've been doing a lot, especially for the salt roots and stuff, salty roots. Let's go and see how our stainless steel's doing. I've also put some new doors on, you might have noticed. So I haven't got to press buttons anymore to get in and out of places. It seems to have stopped. No, running fine. That's when we've run out of power or something. Oh dear, looks like we might have run out of power. How much have we made? 12. We are not quite producing enough power. Stored energy, probably use 456. They're recharging really slowly, aren't they? Yeah, so this steam setup is not going to be sufficient at all, is it, for making any amount of stainless steel? Wow, it's emptied the whole tank. Okay. Right, where am I going? Back upstairs. I'll need to have a look at this and work out what I'm going to do about this, because we're going to have to start running biodiesel, aren't we? That might mean setting up the new EBF and making some diesel turbines, I suppose. Alright, let me go away and have a look at this, and I'll be right back, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to have a little think. I'll be back in 1 second. Well, a few seconds. Alright, welcome back, guys. I've had a think about what we're going to do about our EBF problem for our stainless steel, and decided to build a new one. So we already have the stuff ready to go, because we know there's an upcoming quest that we just spoke about. So we are going to take all of this lot and go ahead and put it in the new base. I've already taken the combustion generators over and connected those up. We've hooked up a large protein fluid pipe all the way from our biodiesel plant, and that goes all the way underground and into our new base, and that is connected to our combustion generators and some battery buffers, and it's ready to go. So anything we need to get over there now is this super tank, which is quite heavy. So when you pick it up, you get all sorts of debuffs. As you can see, we've got all of these, so it does take a little while to move it around, but I suppose it has got 877,000 litres of oxygen in it. Can we run? We can sort of run fast. We can sprint on the brownstone. Okay, so there we go. Here's our battery buffers, and we're just going to put this super tank down anywhere for now, just so we can get rid of the debuffs. You can see our large protein fluid pipe runs all the way over to our biodiesel plant. In fact, I'm curious how that's doing. Debuffs are nearly gone, so we can sprint over and have a look. I'm just curious how much biodiesel we've used. It's quite a long run, this. Yeah, we've used quite a bit, and we're still consuming it right as we speak, so we're actually depleting our biodiesel. I don't know if that pipe work's still filling. I think it's full. Although we do produce it in quite large amounts. I'm trying to remember exactly how much. So what are we doing? We are doing this one, I think, the 54,000 litres at a time. So every almost 3 minutes we're making 54,000 litres, so that might refill. Yeah, it's probably going to refill more than it drains, to be fair. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's just see what it's on. 75561. Well, in fact, let me screenshot that. And hopefully that number's going to go up. Something we can keep an eye on at least. Now, while I'm running the stainless steel recipe, I am going to be using a bit more, obviously. Okay, so let's get this built. So we're going to want to go energy hatches at the back. I have got 3 because I was going to put 3 of these in, but I'm going to see how it runs on 2. Just decided on the exact position of it, but hopefully that's okay. I don't think we've got enough coils. How are we 2 coils short? Did I think the middle was... Right, let me get it built what we can anyway. So normally I think I have the input bus there, input hatch there. That's our maintenance hatch. And this one is our output normally. So I've actually made an output hatch for fluids this time, which I didn't have last time. I'm going to put it over here for now. Okay, muffler, casings. Okay, we have completed. No, we haven't. Incomplete structure has problems. Yeah. Yeah. So a while since I built one of these, I think. I think I have to fill in the coils in the middle. So I actually need 2 more coils. I think we do have some canthal left over, so I could make some more. And we've got an extra casing. I think that's because of the extra hatch I've put in. quiver tool to repair. Yeah, so if the structure's incomplete, then we've got to go and let's go and sort that out. That's night time as well. Be nice once the new base is running properly. We don't have to keep running back and forth. Shall I just steal a couple of these? I see the middle is empty. Is that the one we missed there? Okay, let me run back again. Sorry. Running back and forth. I could just edit this out, but sometimes it's nice to see other people's mistakes. Yes, I missed one there. I did think the middle was empty, but anyway, has problems. Right, we can soon fix those. Pipe is this, platings are dented, so we need... Oh, we're going to have to run all the way back again, aren't we? Oh my gosh. We can use our wrench, but we only have a soft mallet and not a hammer. I'm pretty sure this doesn't work. It's just using up durability. Right, yep, let's go and run back again. One hammer. Yeah, I thought I might as well bite the bullet and get this EBF done, although we're probably going to have to take it apart again just to complete the next quest. Alright, now we've finished running around. Okay, that is now working. Yeah, we're fully charged. We do have an option of adding another buffer in if we want to. I don't actually think we're going to need it. I do want to add some chests as buffers. Don't really need it on the input. Hang on, we do need the oxygen before I do that. So let's change the output to the back. And it's a shame you can't actually see what's going on, but right, fluid auto output. So that'll fill it with oxygen gas. Obviously we've only got a limited supply, but Okay, that is now full. So if we put our stainless steel in, put it in on program 11. It should start running, or we might have to hit it with a mallet. There we go. Okay, so we're now making stainless steel again. Hopefully our power can now keep up. And it looks like we are draining still. So either our generators can't keep up, or our supply can't keep up. Why does it look like it's not using anything? What have I done? Assuming all the outputs are correct. I don't want to waste any, so just want to make sure it is charging. Yeah. Right, so I've played around with the EBF a bit, and we've got a complete new design, a new look on it. We've also played around with the power input, and we've sorted that. Our problem was the generators weren't producing enough power, so I'll just quickly show you around the sort of look of the EBF now, and then we're going to have a look at the power setup. So we've got a super tank here of our oxygen gas in. Eventually we will just pipe this straight in, but for now, well, if we pipe into the oxygen tank itself here, I'm going to use this as an oxygen tank, so we can keep topping it up as and when we need to. That is just a fluid pipe behind there. So on this side you have two fluid outputs, so we can store different fluids, up to 2 from the output. In fact, up to 3, not up to 2. And then on this side we have the input bus, and we've moved the output bus to this side. This would be like our little sort of crafting area and storage, so it's very handy to have it here. Around the back is just some copper cables, annealed copper cables, which run down to the power setup. So yeah, it's running alright. This is obviously our input here, which goes sort of behind and then in, down there. I didn't bother putting a sign on that, but I could have done. So we've actually got 3 outputs and 1 input for the gases and fluids. Right, let's have a look downstairs and I'll show you how it's working. So we're running off of 4 advanced combustion generators, the MV ones, and biodiesel fuel, all running into 1 medium voltage battery buffer, and we're using 8 batteries on it, which is more than enough. And they're not draining at all, they're staying fully charged. You can see the sort of average input and output. We're inputting just over what we're outputting, so therefore batteries stay fully charged. We'll also have a quick rundown to our biodiesel plant. and check how that's doing. As you can see, we are still increasing our amount of biodiesel overall. I know you can see the number going down, but obviously it adds 54,000 litres at a time, or MB. So yeah, it's all running really well. Now the last thing we've got to do is hopefully collect our stainless steel and complete the quest. I haven't done anything with the power side of things for a while, so it took me a while to realise where I was going wrong with our power setup. I just wasn't inputting enough. 62, so we just need 2 more. How long have we got left? Just over a minute, minute and a half. I'm sure we can wait for that. So yeah, I think before, what was I running? 2 combustion generators and 2 buffers. So one was feeding each other. So I was only really putting in 1 amp at a time into each hatch, which wasn't enough. So we have got space to, I mean, we're still running 3 hatches. So obviously you've got 3 cables coming off. In fact, do you want me to take a cover off and just show you? Sometimes it's easier to see it. So yeah, there's that battery buffer there, and the 8 times annealed copper cables connecting into 3 MV energy hatches at the back, which completes our power setup. So let's pop those back on because I like the look of having them. And we've got 30 seconds to go. Let's find the quest. Here it is. So we'll get a loot bag as a reward and some coins. Oh, it is night time, but that's fine. Okay, there we go. We should complete the quest now. And that's it, we've completed stainless steel production, so now we've got a dedicated EBF bit. We'll be able to complete this too. We just need to take our machine apart and complete that, but I might even build another one. I think we're going to need some more EBFs. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Hope you like our new fancy EBF, looking pretty cool. I know we've got to get some better coils at some point, but Canthal isn't too bad. I'm happy with that. Leave some comments, guys, do like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon for another one. Bye for now, everyone.